South Africa is a nation with a rich history of success in the Open Championship, and Royal Lytham and St Anne's, the venue for this year's Open, has played a big part in that. The legendary Bobby Locke, the first South African to lift the claret jug, claimed the third of his 4 Open titles at Lytham in 1952, 22 years before the great Gary Player triumphed to become the only player to win the Open Championship in 3 separate decades. Ernie Els and, of course, 2010 champion Louis Oosthuizen have since lifted the trophy. And a week after the first international final qualifying event of the year in Australia, golf's oldest and most recognisable silverware returned to South Africa and Johannesburg for the 9th edition of IFQ Africa. The trophy made a number of key stops in South Africa, starting at the home of Gary Player in Colesberg.
If this could talk and tell you where it's been and how it's been lost in the countries and the aeroplanes and the tunnels and just where this trophy is ventured in this world would be a remarkable story, wouldn't it?
A short flight to Johannesburg followed, where a trip along the iconic Nelson Mandela Bridge and a visit to Nelson Mandela Square gave a number of fans the chance to have their moment with the silver jug.
Louis the man, there he is, 272.
Tom Watson, Nohen, Sandy Lyle, Greg Norman, Nick Faldo.
I feel like I'm a champion already.
And that was preceded by a trip to the Jack Nicklaus-designed Houghton Golf Club, where the members and visitors were only too keen to get their hands onto the trophy. 51 players from 12 countries took their place in the field for the 2-day 36-hole event at the Royal Johannesburg and Kensington Golf Club, the host course for the previous week's Joburg Open on the European Tour. And all began buoyed by the knowledge that a certain South African former Open champion made his first step into the championship through IFQ some 8 years ago.
When we started doing the IFQs in 2004, Oosthuizen was one of the qualifiers from Atlantic Beach, and of course we all know what he did in 2010, so I guess anything's possible.
50-odd guys playing for 3 spots. It's a one-time shot. You make a mistake, you're out of it. You've got to be in the top 3 to get through. And, well, you know, it's like a skins game. You know, you've got to do it on that day.
Heading the field were home favourites Jaco van Zyl, who finished joint 3rd at the Joburg Open, and 2007 Sunshine Tour Order of Merit winner James Kingston. But both would fall by the wayside as the Netherlands' Tim Sluiter set the pace with a superb opening round 66 to sit at 6 under par, 1 shot ahead of Spain's Jordi Garcia. Brazilian Adilson da Silva, a previous qualifier for the Open, turned in a 68 thanks to shots like this, while a number of other players, including Grant Veenstra and Andrew Georgiou, turned in solid rounds to put themselves in contention heading into the all-important final day. And in typical IFQ fashion, day 2 would provide plenty of drama. 28-year-old Veenstra began the day 5 shots off the lead, but leapt into contention with 5 birdies and a bogey to reach the turn at 4 under. 3 more shots gained on the back 9 would be tempered by a double bogey at the treacherous par 3 16th hole, but a brilliant 3-wood from the thick rough on 18 would help Veenstra to a closing round 67, leaving the diminutive South African in the clubhouse on 6 under par and in a very strong position. Veenstra's playing partner, Andrew Georgiou, would also produce a final day push with a 4 under par 68 to finish a shot behind on 5 under, and his fate, along with that of Veenstra, would be decided by the fortunes of the final group. Jordi Garcia would make the worst possible start with a bogey at the first before 2 further drop shots on 9 and 10 wiped out birdies on 8 and 18 to leave him out of touch on 4 under. In contrast, Sluiter and Da Silva would enhance their already strong positions with birdies galore on the front 9. Sluiter moved to 8 under through 10, while Da Silva powered to 7 under with birdies on 1, 7 and 8. The pressure of leading would soon take its toll though, the apparently unflappable Sluter would see his open dreams disappear in dramatic fashion as he dropped 8 shots in the space of 5 holes, a quadruple bogey 7 at the 16th doing the most damage. De Silva would also suffer a wobble, dropping 3 shots on the inward 9, but a birdie at the 14th meant that the Brazilian had his fate in his own hands as he reached the 18th. And in keeping with the tension of the day, the Brazilian would trickle in this short putt to seal a 3rd Open appearance, joining Grant Fentra and Andrew Georgiou in the field for the 141st Open Championship.
I missed a lot of putts yesterday, and today I just said to my caddy, today we can try and hit as many greens as possible. My putting felt good. I practiced it last night, so yeah, I hit most probably my best 3 wood of my life coming into the last, and so I just aimed at the tee of the Open, and it came out perfect, and 2-putted for birdie to shoot 67. So yeah, I was pretty over the moon.
So congratulations to all 3 qualifiers, and good luck at Royal Lytham in July.